find yourself your most comfortable position in a way that you know you can just let go for the duration of this guided meditation. And let's take a more shamanic perspective this evening. We'll start by inviting in the spirits of the south, and we'll do that through a lineage of the Laika, and we'll do it by welcoming in the archetype of great serpent, Sachamama, great serpent. So bring your attention to what you perceive to be the south direction of the south, and we'll invite into our space the energy of Sachamama, the great serpent that teaches us how to work with the light that she coils around us. And knowing that the coils of light that help you to know how it feels to shed your skin as she sheds hers, that way that the serpents simply grow out of their skin and move on, keeping belly to earth and moving on, not looking back, not examining the skin that she's just left, but simply moving on, belly to earth, sensing how the air is sensing information in the most simple way. We'll invite Sachamama into our space and just have a vision of some kind of snake serpent to represent the great serpent of the south, with her coils of light wrapping around you and us, and showing you the beauty way, showing you how to simply shed your skin. And the interesting thing about Sachamama is when she sheds her skin, she sheds it all at once, except for the head. The head is the last part of the skin to be shed, and sometimes it just requires a little agitation in the head area to enable that final bit of the skin to come away. So, in an area of your life where you can welcome this archetype, this metaphor, if you like, just bring yourself into the physical experience of shedding skin, shedding a layer of skin that you no longer need, and how it feels to let it go. Maybe you feel the crumpliness of the skin as it begins to release and flake. Maybe you feel the rawness of the new flesh underneath as you begin to expose your belly to a new earth, a new aspect of you that's learning how to simply move through this time, this great time, the turning of time that one of the archetypes from Laika tradition, Pachacuti, is said to be managing these times of great change, upheaval. And so we're all shedding our skins and feeling the vulnerability of belly to earth. And then turning your attention to the direction of the west, representing archetype of a big cat, a jaguar or a puma or some such thing. And we'll invite her to come into this space and to bring with her her fearlessness, her ability to see through the dark, see through fear. She shows us the way of peace, of impeccability. She shows us how to see beyond death, beyond the darkness, and to be fearless. And thinking about an area in your life where this archetype, this animal medicine, be really useful to you, where you could move seamlessly, fearlessly, but elegantly, so magnificently strong and powerful, without needing to be aggressive, without needing to fear. What does it feel like to move in this way, looking through the eyes of a great cat, seeing through the darkness, beyond the fear? Perhaps you notice certain things, shapes, or a hint of a shape. Or maybe it's still dark because the unmanifest is still manifesting. Or perhaps you see something, a glow, a flicker of light, something that lets you know that beyond the darkness, beyond the fear, there's something wonderfully light manifesting. In these times, the times of Pachacuti, where we are all bringing new order into the planet, where we are helping each other to dream a new world into being. We return balance to the world by focusing on self first, and then others, and then societies, and finally the planet. And through the archetype of the big cat, jaguar, just feel that essence of fearlessness and elegance, living an impeccable life. And now turning your attention towards the north, to the archetype of royal hummingbird, Sequagenti, royal hummingbird who shows us so much warmth, as she shows us how to warm our hearts and minds, first of all through the wisdom of our ancestors. We build fires to welcome in the invisible worlds of our ancestors. And we also build fires to welcome in the wisdom of our great-great-grandchildren. And all of these wisdoms from the past, the present, and the future, from all of the invisible worlds. Hummingbird teaches us how to only feed from the most beautiful nectar, from the beautiful plants, from the purest of sources. She whispers to us in the wind, and she honors all that have come before us and all who come after us. And maybe there's an aspect, an element in your world right now where you can draw upon the wisdom of the ancestors, and you can draw upon the wisdom of many generations yet to be. In which areas of your life are you feeding from the most beautiful plants, the most nourishing nectar, to keep all harmony? And then we turn our attention to the direction of the east, place of the rising sun. And the archetype we welcome in is that of eagle or condor, giant raptor. And that wonderful wonderful wind, the air that carries great heights, the rising spirit, and knowing that with wings spread wide, the great eagle that can fly wing to wing with spirit, with great spirit, very close to the invisible worlds, showing us the mountains, the far distant mountains that we haven't even made visible to us yet. And from a place where we rise above it all, we see the minutiae of our daily existence, and we see the great perspective of many landscapes and faraway mountains. And I wonder if there's an area in your life where you can rise above it all and take a perspective, where you can shelter under the wing, where there's an area in your life where on the wind you hear the song, the sound of the invisible worlds. And maybe an area in your life where you can outstretch your own wings. Now draw your attention to the great mother, the mother that is Gaia, the planet Earth. And for a moment, give thanks for our opportunity to be part of this great time, the time of Pachacuti, the time of great upheaval, where we unbind ourselves from the psychological dramas and stories of daily existence, where by returning balance to the whole planet, we start by connecting in to all of our relatives, the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the furred, the finned, the whales, the dolphins, the plant people and the stone people, all our relatives. And we just feel that infinite connection, knowing that we're all gathered as children of keepers of this time. And we gather as children and as adults. We gather as healers. We gather as protectors, defenders. And maybe there's an area in your life today where feeling that connection with all aspects of your life, even the grubby, dirty, every connection in the constellation that you call your life. Just for a moment, feel deep underground that all is one, and we are part of this global transformation as we return balance to the world through our connections. And as you experience some rotation in an aspect of your world, rotating new balance. And then bringing your attention upwardly to the Father Sun, to the Grandmother Moon, to the star nations. And you simply look up and for a moment connect in with whatever perception may be of Great Spirit that is known by 1,000 names. and yet is unnameable. And with all the mysteries of everything that's ever been and everything that ever will be, we just simply give thanks for this moment of allowing us to sing this song that we call life and living. And maybe there's an area in your life today where you simply surrender to all the mysteries of the cosmos, where you open up your dendrites, your antenna to the universe, where you stand as an agent of transformation, and you feel the primordial forces as they swirl, as they sing. Maybe there's an area in your life where this nurture from something far, far greater, from Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and all the star nations, and the beauty of the invisible worlds, where you simply surrender a problem to these aspects. Pace the breath that receives whatever information, intuition is available to you right now. You pace it, experience it. Experience it as pictures, as sounds, mythical, song, vibration, and imagery. This is the time where we unbind our psychological stories and we tune in to the creative mythology of our higher selves and our mythological worlds. And bringing your attention to the lower belly now, your own lower belly. And maybe with your physical hands or just with your imagination, you place your hands on your lower belly just below the tummy button. And this is a space between chakras 1 and 2. And it is the place of right action. This space for right action. And I wonder what that feels like for you as a vibration, as a mythology, as a song, as a movement, when you know you are taking right action, how that swells and moves and vibrates in this pelvic area. And you feel the action, the physical skills of the masculine energy, the soft receptive movement of the feminine energy, and the pure joy and creation of the child energy, all within this space of Lange. Maybe there's an area in your life where you have seeds of potential more right action, even more right action. And those seeds have not yet begun to germinate. What would be possible in your world right now if you nourished and nurtured those seeds to begin to help you to take even more right action in your world today? Just for a moment, invite all of the archetypes, all of the invisible worlds that work with you and for you to come into this space to place their hands on your belly softly and plant the seeds of potential for your right action, for actions that strengthen you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. They brighten your soul, enlighten your living. And just feel the sensations of the invisible worlds, bringing these seeds, the Hampe Healer seeds, the rights of accepting ourselves just as we are, but knowing these potentials are ready to germinate, to be nourished. And then bringing your attention up to the heart space. This space called Munay, the place of right feeling, right love. And as you align right love, right feeling in this heart space, perhaps there's an area of your life where more softness, more compassion, more gentleness, without compromise, without sacrifice, combined with right action, nourish your soul. And in that space of your heart, imagine now the invisible worlds, the Hampe Healers, your own lineages, archetypes. Let them place their hands on your heart, and you feel the rights of healing, and you are absolutely perfect just as you are. And knowing that everything is exactly as it should be allows a great softening of this heart space, a great softening of compassion for yourself, for each other, for your communities, societies, and the globe. Unbound by psychological stories, simply feel this balance and expansion of the heart space, right love of Munay. Now bringing your attention further up to the place of your forehead, the third eye, place of right vision, Yachai, right vision, right seeing, that you may see beyond your physical eyes, beyond the programming and the filters of society, your upbringing and genetics, that you may see through the inner eye things that just are, without logic, without question, without comparison, simply seeing the world as it is. I wonder where in your life simply dropping those filters, those programs for how to look and what to look for, how to judge and how to feel judged, if they all slipped away for a moment and you simply saw the beauty, the essence, the vibrancy, the vibration of all that is. Inviting now the Hampe healers, your own lineages, the invisible worlds, supporting your higher self, coming in and placing their hands on your forehead and offering you this blessing of aligned integrity, right vision. May you always have right vision. And then feel your supports moving between right vision, right love, and right action, reminding you of these three centers, three power centers that belong to you. And by igniting these three power centers, feel your contribution to Pachacuti times, the turning of time, the great upheaval, where we unbind psychological stories, where we all contribute to bringing new balance to the world through right seeing, right feeling, and right doing. Allow whatever your experience of the invisible world supporting you to simply fold away, blend backwards as you step forwards, as you call upon your own higher self, and then with physical or imagined hands, you make a prayer position with your hands and move them upwards to that space just above your head. That space just above your head where a golden orb of energy. And as you let your hands rise up, move through that golden orb of energy. Begin to spread that golden orb of energy that represents the highest self. Begin to spread it open and let it cascade all around you. Slowly bringing it down around all parts of your body, all the way down until it tucks underneath your feet, a few inches below your physical body, so that you are encased in a golden orb. You are encased in your own higher self. And in this space where the golden light shimmers so brightly, where it cleanses and purifies, where it connects you through a portal above to the universe and beyond, to the source of all things. And you call upon the flow, all that nourishes your higher self and connects you into source and into your purpose here, your days, your experiences. When you feel that essence of your higher self, that wisdom that draws upon the wisdom of all of your ancestors and all of your great-grandchildren, when your higher self draws upon the wisdom of the invisible worlds, when your higher self draws upon the wisdom of the archetypes, of being fearless, of shedding your skin, when you simply are part of all things, all relations here on planet Earth, and part of all things in the quantum soup of the cosmos. Just let that golden energy flow through you, your higher self. And in this orb that surrounds you, begin to create a grid that sits just above your head. And as you visualize that grid beginning to come down around you, you feel it's like a sieve that is sieving away any globules of darkness, stickiness, other people's energies, other energies that you've collected during your day. And you let that grid, that sieve, simply come down all the way around your physical body, your energy bodies, cleansing the aura, clearing away anything sticky or dark. That sieve continues all the way down until it reaches the space beneath your feet, and all the trapped grime of your old energy and the energies of other people, the thoughts, the feelings, the irritations, anything that no longer is good for you. Just see that mesh simply dissolving down into the planet, being welcomed by the composting Great Mother. Melting, dissolving, shedding. Just letting go of all of the grime, all that doesn't serve your future, most radiant, vibrant self. And once all of that detritus has displaced, as you bring that net, that sieve, that grid back up through the whole of your energy bubble, your orb, notice how it glistens and glows. It too is refreshed simply by contact in the 8th chakra. And feel the difference in the space around you as you're now connected to all aspects of reality beyond that bubble. Knowing that your chosen archetype is still with you, and at any time you can draw down this Viracocha, your higher self, wherever your attention has been and chooses, direct it now into this time, this space. Direct it into this moment. Call the flow of tomorrow to reveal the path in front of you. Maybe you see a picture or a song or some imagery that is unexplainable or explainable. Remembering these are the manifestations of the mythology, the mythological worlds. Because in this time of Pachacuti, the time of the great upheaval, we unbind ourselves from the psychological stories as we return balance to the earth, firstly through ourselves, then through each other, then through societies, so that the globe may be dreamed into being a new order. And then we give thanks to the archetypes who've supported the journey this evening. We give thanks to the heavens, Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and the star nations. And we give thanks to Gaia, the Great Mother, planet, and all our relations. The winged, the finned, the furred, the two-legged, the four-legged, the creepy crawlies, the whales and the dolphins, the stone people and the plant people. And we give thanks to the winds of the east, to the element of air, to the archetype of an eagle who reminds us to glide wing to wing with Great Spirit and the invisible worlds. And we give thanks to Royal Hummingbird Sigurgenti for her precision in drinking only from the most beautiful plants. We give thanks to our ancestors and our great-great-great-grandchildren for all of their wisdoms. We give thanks to the winds of the west, to the big cats, jaguar, for seeing beyond the darkness, beyond the fear, and helping us to move with integrity and peace. And we give thanks to the winds of the south, Sachamama, great serpent with her coils of light, as she and her new vibrant skin shows us how to lead the beauty way. And we give thanks to all aspects of this mythological moment in our minds, in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our bodies, in our spirit. And now, as you bring your attention into your breathing body, into all aspects of your energy, back into this present moment in this timeline, in this physical body. And then wiggling your fingers and toes, you begin to reorientate yourself. When it feels just right for you, you can open your eyes and stretch and unmute yourself.